everyone, Jake here from Jake's Aviation, back today with another mall unboxing and review video. This time we have the Swoop 737-800 by NG models. So this is kind of a throwback model and one I wanted to get, and I wish I had it back when they were actually flying. But as many of you know, Swoop, you'll still see some of the Swoop planes around, but they were once like a low-cost subsidiary of WestJet. But with everything like kind of like the economy and just how their performance and everything was doing, WestJet ended up just kind of dissolving them and taking back their planes and everything, because these planes were originally WestJet planes and they just kind of put them out to Swoop, and now officially they have taken them back. So you will still see some operating in the Swoop paint scheme. But they now tend to have the little operated by WestJet sticker on it. And there's still some of them in the Swoop configuration as well, but they're all slowly being configured back to WestJet's configuration as part of the merger, if you want to call it. So ultimately this plane, no longer really flies for Swoop, it flies for WestJet. This is Charlie-Fox Yankee Bravo Kilo, and the name on it was O Canada. So it's just one of the models that it's a Canadian model. I wanted to get it because it's part of like the sort of airlines that flew in Canada. I really wanted to get a Lynx aircraft as well, and I may at some point, if anyone ever has one or selling one, try and pick one up, just because it'd be cool to have some of these other airlines that flew in Canada that don't really exist anymore. And eventually all the Swoop planes will be repainted to WestJet, probably the new livery. So we won't be seeing much of these anymore. But let's go ahead and check this out. Really nice box. I love the pink and the white. I actually flew on Swoop. I think it's just once. I flew on them from Abbotsford to Edmonton many years ago. And I think they're cool. It was just a basic economy seat, like any of the other things. This did have a card, by the way. I already took it out because I need some points. But here's the model, looking really, really nice. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go, looking very nice. So Swoop operated some 800s and some Maxes as well, but all again have since been taken back, and they all operate for WestJet now. But I love this pink and white situation. It actually looks really, really nice and really cool. So I'm a huge fan of it. I think it looks great. And this model overall looks fantastic. We know NG models when it comes to their mold and their models, especially these narrow bodies that the 737s and the A320 family, they're all fantastic, so you can't go wrong with this. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what we were working with. So zooming in, there's the O Canada name right there. You got the cockpit window and the details all around there, looking very, very nice. The gear with, looks like that says 843. That's probably like the fleet number on it. L1 door, beautiful Swoop title in pink with the little sort of ribbon in the plane, looking very, very nice. You got the CFM engines and the overwing exit markings, so the engine's looking very, very nice there as well, well mounted. And then you got the overwing exits right there with the markings on the wing, looking very nice, as well as the wings looking great, no crazy wing flex or anything. You got the split scimitars looking very nice as well, and flyswoop.com on the inside, very, very nice touch right there. Moving along, you got the antenna at the top right here. You have the dome right there, Wi-Fi, I believe. You got the antenna at the back, proudly Canadian, and the Canadian flags proudly Canadian. Boeing 737-800, and the registration Charlie-Fox Yankee Bravo Kilo, with the Swoop tail flipped, with it being in white on the tail, and then the tail being pink. It's looking very nice right there. Alright, taking it around this side, you got the baggage compartment right there on the aft one, and you got the forward one right there. This engine actually looks to be, looks like it's like there's a tiny bit of droop to that right there. So So it looks like there's a slight issue with that one being mounted. But overall, not too bad. Not too bad. It looks worse on camera than it does in person, if I'm being completely honest. Just like the top-down view, you can see the difference and how that was mounted versus this one. So that's interesting. But it doesn't look as bad in person as I feel like it does on camera, so just note that. But overall, very, very nice looking on this side. We'll take a look at the top-down view. So very, very nice. The wings are very detailed, and there's great markings and everything. And then on the bottom, we've got the 3 antennas. We got the antenna right here, and then the 2 at the back, looking very, very nice. And just a plain underbelly, minus some good details and stuff on the bottom, but no like, oh, and the registration on the wing right there as well. So that's a nice touch. But yeah, all right, that's gonna do it for this. And the gear is also something I sometimes forget to mention. This gear all rolls and is all in great condition, nothing broken. So yeah, a very nice model. I love as I say, I love the pink and white. It's something different, it's unique, and I think it looks great. And it's honestly gonna be kind of sad to see these go. I hope to maybe, I think it's one of those models that it's like, I'd like to get the max version, because they operate some maxes. I'd like to get the max, at least one of them. I think NG released a couple different registrations. I'd like to get one, but it's probably going to be one of those that I get with points at some point in the future if they have it offered on their like exchange mall sort of thing. But I was happy to get this. Oh, I forgot to mention that something important. This was actually a model I got with points. I don't know if I mentioned that at the start of the video, but this was a points model that I got. So that's why I didn't want to necessarily buy a Swoop aircraft when I found out that WestJet was taking them over, because I could spend that money on other airlines or other models. But when I saw that this was on an exchange, one of the exchange malls, and I had enough points, I absolutely went for it, because I'd always wanted to get one of these. So very happy to have this. And yeah, that's going to be it for this, guys. If you did enjoy, smash that like button, subscribe for more model unboxing and review videos, as well as other content. And with that, guys, I will see you on the next one. Take care.